What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach. Now today I want to talk about something that's been bugging me a little bit for the last couple of days. Just a gaming related image that I'm going to have a little discussion about. But before we get into it, I've just realised, looking at the picture of me on the screen in front of me, I'm still wearing a shirt. I'm going to go and sort the shirt issue out. Back in a second. There we go, that's better. I'd literally just got in from work and sat down to record this video after thinking about it all day. Now I'm in a t-shirt, or polo, whatever you want to call this. Feels a little bit less like a conference call and a bit more like a video, so we'll get straight into this. Now, I've been seeing this image fly around on social media for a couple of days. A couple of friends have shared it that play the game, and this video in particular is going to be talking about battle royales, basically, your PUBGs, your H1Z1s, and all the ones that are going to come out soon, but one in particular that this image references. I'm not shitting on the game at all. I love it, I love watching it. I'm terrible at it, so I don't play it, but I love watching it. The image itself relates directly to Fortnite. Now, I've got it up on the screen in front of me, and it reads this, okay? And I'm quoting directly from the image. Most of you have probably seen it before. Fortnite has brought back that middle school late night gaming. It's brought back the competition and teamwork in gaming and excitement in winning that hasn't been there since Modern Warfare 2. And has strengthened many friendships and connected you back with old friends. Thank you, Fortnite. Now, I'm just going to get my thing back up on the screen so I can tell what I'm looking at. Now, I agree with the sentiment behind this image to no end. Competitive gaming and caring about winning, teamwork and meeting new people and playing with old people is some of the best things about online gaming. Things that, honestly, I'm not sure I could do without in this day and age, to be perfectly honest with you. But having said that, it kind of like, I don't know, triggered me a little bit. As much as I love watching Fortnite and I do enjoy watching PUBG, I don't play with them that much because, quite frankly, surprisingly, I'm actually terrible at them. I don't know why. I can't remember the last time I was terrible at shooting games. Fortnite and PUBG are a first for me in many years. So I don't play them, but I do love watching them. I find them very entertaining, very competitive, very kind of spurs something in me when I'm watching it. And Fortnite especially, there's so much room for memeing and taking the piss that it's just hilarious. Now, having said that, competitive gaming didn't disappear after Modern Warfare 2. It didn't disappear after COD 4. It didn't disappear at all. Now, if I just quickly, I've got to open my browser, I'm just going to flick onto it. If I go onto Twitch, I reckon a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 games just on that first row of like 30 games or whatever. They're all competitive games, and they're some of the top most watched on Twitch. Competitive gaming didn't go away, okay? Competitive gaming didn't go away. You guys just stopped playing competitive games. Now, a lot of people after sort of secondary school, when Modern Warfare 2, people of my generation, when Modern Warfare 2 was out, they were in secondary school. When they got home from school, that was it. They had 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, depending on when they had to go to bed, to play these games. And then obviously as people grow up, they get jobs, they get more money, they get better social lives, they get more commitments, full-time jobs, etc, 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 and their time to play games goes down. And a lot of people grow into single-player games. Another thing which I love entirely is single-player games. I wish I had more time to play them. But just because you stop playing those games doesn't mean competitive gaming disappeared. After Modern Warfare 2 and Halo 3, that sort of time area of competitive games, you had other releases that have done quite well, phenomenally well on the competitive scene. You've had CSGO that hasn't gone anywhere in like a decade. Okay, if I just flick back onto this screen that I've got open, you've got League of Legends, obviously you've got PUBG as well, Counter-Strike, Dota 2, Hearthstone, Overwatch, which is my favourite game ever. You've got StarCraft 2, you've got Rainbow Six Siege, which is extremely competitive. You've got World of Tanks, Magic the Gathering, Heroes of the Storm. If I go further down, there's even more. You've got Smite, you've got various fighting games like, I've really fucked this, like Street Fighter and stuff like that. You've got so many games that people play because they're competitive, because they're challenging, because they encourage teamwork. The main ones that I can think of being games like League of Legends, Smite, Dota 2, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Rainbow Six Siege. All those games are extremely competitive, extremely popular, and have regular competitions across the board. Competitive gaming didn't disappear. Fortnite may have opened up competitive, serious, teamwork-based gaming to a larger audience, but it certainly didn't go anywhere. I've been playing Overwatch for 2 years straight, and it's hands down the most competitive game I've ever played. The most satisfying game to win, the most annoying game when you lose. And the same can go for games like Dota, the same can go for games like Rainbow Six Siege. Even FIFA, for instance, has masses of competitions across the world. Competitive gaming, as I've said multiple times now, didn't disappear. And Fortnite and PUBG are certainly not the birth of the new generation of competitive gaming. Most of the people I watch in Fortnite don't take it seriously at all. It's not competitive in the same way that a game like Overwatch is. Sure, you want to win, but if you lose, you've had a great time doing it and you just hop back in. You haven't lost anything for losing. With nothing being on the line except for your time, I don't consider it a competitive game. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. When you lose in FIFA, you get a loss on your record. It's one less game you have to qualify. If you lose a game in Overwatch, you lose SR rank, and that does mean a lot to most people. Rainbow Six Siege is the same, you lose rank. Other games are the same, you lose rank. And most of these games, they give you something to lose. Fortnite and PUBG, you don't lose anything if you lose. And for that reason, I can't consider it among that high tier competitive gaming. Now that is actually all I wanted to talk about today, but I'm going to do a brief mention here because it sounds like I'm slating Fortnite and by extension PUBG. I'm not. They're both amazing games that have done phenomenally well. Currently there are 205,000 people watching Fortnite on Twitch. It is the most watched game at the moment at this current time. At 7 o'clock in the evening on a Wednesday, 205,000 people are currently watching Fortnite. It's phenomenally successful. It's great fun. It's great fun to watch and play. So I'm not hating it on it at all. And by extension, PUBG again is an amazingly successful game for various reasons. I don't prefer either one. That's a lie. I slightly prefer Fortnite, but I don't want to encourage that argument because I think it's ridiculous. But that is all I've wanted to talk about today, guys. So if you have enjoyed this admittedly very brief video, then do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. My name's been Zach. You've all been awesome, and peace.